All right, everybody, listen, this is going to be quick. If you have been following the teaching on the book of Revelation, today we're going to do test number 1, and this will be quick. The questions are easy, but if you're able to answer them, you're following the teaching very good, and you can, or the first few people that get the questions right, if you get most of them right, I may still send you a gift. But if you get them all right, you definitely will be getting this coffee mug. This is the travel mug. I have such a hard time. That one is the travel mug. Just breathe. And then the other one is the coffee mug. And these will be sent to the location of your choice. So, and they will fit into a P.O. box. They will be coming directly from the manufacturer, not even going through my hands at all, but they will be coming to you and I will be getting them out to you shortly. So, if you're ready, we are now going to go into the test. Quiz for chapter number 1. There's going to be 3 parts. The first one is chapter 1, verses 1 through 6. And the second part, if you watch, this is a separate video. It is chapter 1, verse 7. That one was done by myself and my granddaughter Malay. And if you watch that one, you'll be well prepared. And then the final 2 questions will come from chapter 1, verses 8 through 20. All right, let's go. And I will give you some time. If you do know the answers, you can put them in the chat or you can send it to my email, which is griefsolutions@yahoo.com, which I will be putting up on the screen in just a second. Okay, let's go into the quiz. All right, so the first question that we have from the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and 6. Why should everyone read the book of Revelation? Question number 1, and I made it real easy for you. If you were able to follow that, or if you've read it, or if you've watched it, go back and get the answer from Revelation 1:3. Why should everyone read the book of Revelation? All right, let me just see if anyone's dropped anything into the chat. And of course, I'm not getting this right. All right, so listen, let me go ahead and give you an email address, because even if you email it in, you don't have to be quick. And that way you will be able to still get your gift and follow the teaching. Okay, I'm going to put that up. All right, so now let's question number 2. Let's go ahead, and this is going to be our email address that you're going to want to send that to. And I'll put that up again at the end. All right, back into these questions. Remember, answer these and you will win a coffee mug that says Just Breathe, which is to complement my book, Breathe. And if you don't want a coffee mug, you can get the travel mug. So that was question number 1. Let's move on. Question number 2. So we're backing up here. From Revelation, oh, I shouldn't have put that S on the end. I made emphasis on that. All right, from Revelation 1 and 1. In this teaching, how was the word shortly defined? From this teaching, there was a specific and a very detailed description of what he meant by saying, for John to write the things which must shortly come to pass. What and how is that word, that term shortly defined in that teaching? Okay. All right. If you have it, again, drop it into the chat line, Or you can go ahead and email it, and I'll put that up again. All right, let's move on. Question number 3, and there's only 7 questions, so follow, and it's going to be pretty easy. All right, so from question number 3, that is going to be from the separate video on Revelation chapter 1 and verse number 7. If you watch that video with myself and my granddaughter, you know that this teaching was the pivotal point of this chapter. And the question is, what does behold, he come with clouds mean? There's certain things we want to make sure we keep in perspective. What does, quote, behold, he come with clouds, quote, unquote, mean? And that is in verse number 1, chapter number 1 and verse number 7. All right, next question is going to be we're still in chapter 1, verse number 19. Based on this teaching, define the word right. This is key for the entire book of Revelation. This is key. What, based on this teaching, define the word right? And that was question number 5. We only have 2 more questions. All right. Question number 6 from Revelation 1:19 verses, or just verse 119. There are some specifics in this teaching on the book of Revelation, on the outline. What is the outline of the book of Revelation? Verse number 19 will give you that entire outline that will be covered, certain parts, first chapter 2 through 4, and then the rest of the book. How is this outline set up for the Revelation? And again, that's chapter 1, verse number 19. Moving on. All right, finally, what is the mystery of the 7 stars and 7 golden candlesticks? Now, some of you aren't even going to have to look, but you probably should, just to refresh yourself and make sure everything's on point. The overall, and again, I'll ask this question: what is the mystery of the 7 stars and the 7 golden candlesticks? These are some foundational questions. These are some foundational questions that you're going to have to be able to address if you are going to successfully complete the study in the book of the Revelation. And I wanted you to see how easy these questions were. It's basic information. It's information that will keep you on par, and you'll find out that just as easy as this was, we're going to make it all simple, but we're going to contain it and we're going to retain it through these tests. So again, I'm going to just flash through those, but they are going to be posted on YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and post it. I believe I can go ahead and post it on Facebook and both Facebook channels. And I think I'm going to go ahead and post it on Instagram. So answer those questions. And really, this is a study that we're going through together. But if you do answer the questions correctly, you can get either the travel mug, which says just breathe, and on the other side is the logo to keep you reminded. Reset Forever Ministries. And Reset Forever Ministries, reset means once you get reset, you are good to go for eternity. You see that infinity sign there in between re and set. It is to indicate that once you get this reset, that we are trying to allow the Lord to minister through us to give to you, you're set forever. You're set for eternity, and that's what it's all about. And of course, and there's your coffee mug with reset. And the other side, just breathe. All right. I'm going to flash through those questions again, and then you can read this in your leisure. Remember, no race. You don't have to race. So if you haven't looked at those uh, clips, if you haven't looked at those videos yet, you still have a chance. So the first one is Revelation 1 and 1 through 6. That's where you're going to get a few of the questions from. And then a very poignant question is going to come out of the second one, which is the Revelation chapter number 1, verse number 7. That was the one with myself and my granddaughter, and it was the pivotal point. And then the final one is going to be chapter 1 and verse number 8 through the end of the chapter, which is verse number 20. So I'm going to run through those real quick, and then you can begin your search. All right. So here we go. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. There we go. Okay. First, okay, so the first one, again, just answer these questions to win. Question number 1, why should everyone read the book of Revelation? Look at that. The clue, chapter number 1, verse number 3. This is chapter number 1's test. When we get into those more complex chapters, you're going to probably say, you know what, I really, really didn't think I could follow this, but you're going to be amazed. It's for everybody. This is a common salvation. God gives understanding. Question number, or slide number 2, question number 2. From Revelation 1:1. In this teaching, how was shortly defined? The word shortly, how is that defined from this teaching? All right. Question number 3, and this will be posted. The next question is verse number 7 out of chapter number 1. What does, quote, behold, he cometh with clouds mean? We discussed that in that separate video with myself and my granddaughter, and these are quick videos, and you will enjoy it. You're gonna go through the entire book of Revelation, and you are going to be enamored with how awesome God is. All right, next question, number 5. It is from verse number 19. Based on this teaching, define the word right. And again, this is key for the entire teaching on the book of Revelation. You need to understand what that word is telling John to do. Question number 6. According to this teaching, what is the outline of the book of Revelation? There is a specific, you'll know what to find in certain verses and chapters, and then you'll have a good outline and you'll know what you're dealing with. But it's all found in one verse. The answers are all found in one verse. So go back and look at the video. This was the last teaching that we just had on the 4th of July. There was one in the morning and there was one in the afternoon. So go look at those two. They're short, they're fun, they're clear. And tell us, what is the outline for the book of the Revelation? Again, the final question is, what is the mystery of the 7 stars and the 7 candlesticks? I know you're saying, oh, you know what? This is so easy. But you know what? After you've gone through this, you'll be saying some of this imagery, it started off very easy to understand, but when we got to the point where we understood that it was imagery and what it was signifying, what it symbolized, then we were able to read the book of the Revelation with a better perspective and a better appreciation. All right, so that was the last question. So I'm going to close that out. And I'm going to say to you, if you do want to answer those questions, you can simply put your answers into, you can email them or you can put them in the chat line. If you have the answers now, you can do so. But you know what? Make it easy or make it a good challenge and a blessing for everybody. So that's the email address, griefsolutions@yahoo.com. You can put them there. If you are friends with me on Facebook, or if you're not, it's Dr. or Dr. Valerie Simpson, Dr. Valerie Simpson on Facebook, or Reset Forever Ministries on Facebook. And you can go ahead and inbox the question, inbox the answers, and then tell us where you prefer to have your mug to be sent. It's coming directly from the manufacturer. So, and they will fit into a P.O. box. So I won't get any of this in my hands. So that was why I wanted to come to you, and I hope you're following the study. We started chapter number 2, and about a week or so after we conclude chapter number 2, you'll have time to go over those particular verses, and then we'll have another quiz and we'll have another giveaway, and it'll be a little bit different. All right, God bless you, everybody. Good night. I'm going to go ahead and take a walk while the weather is beautiful, and I'm going to work on getting myself together for the international convocation. All right, God bless you. Again, Reset Forever Ministries on YouTube is where you'll find this video. And I'm going to try to post it on Facebook, possibly Instagram as well. All right, have a great evening, everybody.